There they are. Well, my two new ones are this one, another bullseye target. I love bullseye targets. This guy right here. And I changed my color scheme. I painted that big part yellow and the middle part orange. Because as soon as you hit it, as you see, you start scraping the paint off and it gets dark, right? Well then, if it's all dark, if the outside's dark too, it's hard to tell, you know, whether you're hitting it or not. So, I don't know if I'd find it. If somebody's interested, I'll look it up and post it in the comments. But this is a great target, made by a company in Michigan. I know I bought this and a bunch of fix-its and all that, and it only cost me $100. A bunch of replacement parts. See that? I like this little guy. It's a little smaller than that one. It's really fun. And they threw in as a bonus. I don't know if there's a deal going on and I just didn't read it or what, but this little guy came with it. And that egg-shaped one I had, I never liked it. It was so low it was hitting the ground after we put that dirt in there, so I cut this off. I mounted it up there. I like this little guy. It ain't very big. I was going to bring the tape measure out here. I think it's 2 inches. But it's fun because you hit it, it moves. You know? And I know I'm going to have to replace the chain on that one a lot. Tony gets a rapid fire and stuff and it tears it up. But I shot, I don't know, probably 15 rounds or so, not all. At least 10 or 12 at that target. You can see the center's all you know, pits on, of course, but it's all been hit. I only hit the outside twice. Looks like I got it here once, and I got it there once. The scope was a little off when I started. I don't know why. They only said it, we did it with factory ammo or something, but it was hitting to the right some. I had to move it over, and it was hitting, I don't remember, low or high, whatever. Hits on this one over here. These were from the AK, just holding it, not bench rest or anything. And I hit it a lot with 223 today too. Most of those hit center. That was easy to hit. It's bigger, so we had to downsize that or get a longer range, and I don't have that yet. Yeah, I'm gonna have feetsies, but anyways, there they are. That's my big upgrade. When I'm here, I gotta paint them. Learn to take my glasses off before you paint them, or you'll end up ruining, or not ruining, but it's a bitch getting that stuff off your glasses. Excuse my French, sorry. That wasn't bad for me and iron sights with the AK from the barn. And I haven't never adjusted the sights yet. I bought a bunch of really cheap paint at an auction. Yellow. Oh, I'll never do that again. I'm going to use it up, but it takes like 5 times as much and it don't cover it good. When I put these new targets out here, I broke out the old Rust-Oleum because I wanted the first few coats to be decent. I don't know why, it's not like it stays on there. Some idiot keeps shooting it off. I like this little guy, he's fun. He's fun. Give you a little, look here. About to be moon, YouTube, sorry. Close your eyes. Trust me, you don't want to see what you're looking at. I'm going to do this up paint myself. I guess I'm not. I guess I'm going to paint myself a little bit, ain't I? Oh well. Always wanted to have orange finger. There you go. Next time you come out here, bring a tool or something. That one doesn't flop as much as that one, so you don't have you can't hang on to it in the chain. It's only got 2 lengths of chain. I still like them. It's fun. My neighbor's been shooting with his young boy over there. I don't let him shoot over here no more. He used to want to bring all these people. Oh yeah, he's telling everybody, Dell's got a range. He'd a crowd of people I never met before, don't know them. I finally had to tell him, man, dude, I'm not taking responsibility for all that. No, they're not over here to shoot. It's not a public ring. You know, you're responsible for them. Doesn't matter if they're holding the gun, you're still liable for them if they do something stupid. So, anyways, I gave them the old targets I used to have. They made out of, first ones I made were made out of rebar and those green hanging things. Really nice. But they're pistol targets and they got kind of torn up because they're pitted. That's why we quit using them. I told him, man, they're dangerous to use. They're bad. Oh, well, it's okay. So him and his sons over there shooting their heller. They ain't 25 yards away from those things and they're shooting it with a 22. And that's going to come back at you. So the target I used to have there, you know, AR-500, all these out here are AR-500. And that egg-shaped one used to be, I gave them, I goes, listen, if you'll change those out, I'll give them to you. But don't just throw the damn things away. I paid a lot of money for them. But I'd rather give them to you than watch somebody get hurt over there. And he don't know it yet, but I'm going to build him a 2x12 portable one that'll go around it. And that way it'll catch any of the lead that flares out or pieces. So I like to shoot with my hand, my left hand holding the shoulder of the gun, so the gun jumps a little bit when it goes off. And by the time it gets back in target, I can't tell if I hit anything or not. Except for that little guy, you could tell, let me tell you. So, anyways, I started shooting with my left hand, pulling down the thing, and I could see. But the one thing I noticed, and I tried missing on purpose a couple times just to figure it out, was I shot the dirt, just the dirt, right? And I looked, there's a tiny bit of cloud. But when I shoot that steel, you get a nice cloud from the lead or particles, whatever it is, the bullet hitting it. I'll give you an idea. Look at the trench underneath that target. Can you see it on this angle? See that trench that lead has dug? To a smaller degree you can see it here, because these have only been here for a few months since we filled in with the dirt. And I keep shoveling it, smoothing it out, getting more dirt out of the way. But that when it hits, there's a lot of lead and stuff coming off that. That's the whole purpose of that hard steel. It's smooth. When it hits, the bullet just, I won't say disintegrates, but it goes into pieces and everything flies out at angles. Well, look at that. Okay, these 2x12s have been up for a year when I built that, right? Look at how much that's chipped away. I know, I'm holding the tripod. I'm going to just take this off the tripod. Give me a second here. La-di-da. Pee-wee, queen of the mountain there. My dog thinks she's a cow. She eats grass. Okay. Look at that. So that's all lead that it's caught that didn't go flying or it hurt somebody. Right? And what I did is you mount these. This unit here is on a bit of an angle. So the targets are hanging in the center of that stuff. Okay, that's why they're on an angle. Not just because I'm drunk, which that's probably it too, but it does. And it worked for the pistol targets even better. Of course, the pistol targets get the most use. I don't shoot that much pistol anymore, but a lot of my friends come over and they shoot exclusively pistol. So the trenches over there, and I haven't piled in a bunch of dirt over there, are much deeper. I'll show you. Moving kind of slow. After I do a lot of work like we did on that fence and other stuff, my feet pay for it for a while. That's why, if you look at my boots, they're not even tied. I look like an idiot wearing shorts and boots, but when they swell up that much, it's the only thing that fits my tootsies. See that trench? Here it's much more defined. Look at how deep that trench is. Okay, and you see, I mean, everybody that's done it a lot, they're going to think, why are you telling me this? We're bored. Well, there's some new people like I was, and I wish somebody explained this to me. But you see how you mount these targets? You see how you mount to the target, and you always use a round bolt. The first ones I put up are all hexagon. I had to replace them. And then there's a bolt underneath it. Okay, and then another set of washers, and then you put your chain on and a bolt. And what that does, if you look, it causes that target to be leaning away from you, down. So most of your lead is going down, which is where you want it. Hence the big trench. All right. So I love shooting steel. It's the only thing I don't like about up north. They have beautiful ranges up there, but there's no steel. If I ever get lucky enough to move up there, and they got a bunch of excavators as part of the thing, so it doesn't cost them anything for that, I'm going to ask them, hey guys, if you'll build up a mound for it, I'll sponsor the steel targets and build a frame and all that stuff for it. I mean, it'll cost me $200-300 bucks, but it'd be worth it to me to be able to still shoot steel. Because when I do leave here someday, I'll leave this for Tony and Corey. My daughter shoots a little, but unless somebody's dragging her out here to shoot, she wouldn't think of doing it on her own. So anyways, I love shooting steel. There's something about shooting steel that's just a lot of fun, you know. And I like it because I can shoot in the rain. If it's raining, I just open the back of the barn door, shoot there, and watch it rock and roll. That's why I tend to, when I'm done shooting, I don't like to leave the steel, if it's not raining, unpainted. Because that way, if I ever want to open the door and just plunk away a little bit, I can. Without hurting anything. Without having to walk out here and the paint ain't going to stick in the rain, right? I want to do some more work on it. Boy, those fire hoses were a bear to cut. I mean, they took some punishment, right? And it took us, the hardest part was cutting the fire hose to get the old ones down. And to drill the hole in the fire hose, I just put it in a vise, and then it worked pretty good. But we finally found a sharp knife worked the best to cut those. We had a saw, we had everything you could think of. It wouldn't cut. Yeah, that's some tough stuff, man. So if you're ever hanging up some targets, it's going to get beat up. It's an easy way to doing it, and it's inexpensive. I mean, I got a whole roll of stuff for like 30 bucks. I got a whole bunch of it left. It doesn't move as nice as chain, but I mean, that stuff has taken a lot of rounds and don't care. In fact, we took it apart. There was bullets coming out of it. They got stuck in it, but it just goes right through, you know. So I like shooting steel. I got to find that receipt where I bought that stuff because it's a good Michigan company. They're vets. I mean, I don't have nothing to do with them other than fellow Michigander. But they're veterans, veteran owned, and that's all good, right? And the price was great. Now, it was on sale. But I mean, most places that have a sale is going to run another sale. Sorry, I'm trying to put my damn goggles back on. So, anyways, it's really cool that way. I'll see if I can find the receipt. I know I put it away. I saved this in case I want to buy any more. I wouldn't mind having some more of those. I mean, down the road, I wouldn't mind replacing all those targets just about with some bullseyes. What is my crazy dog? You see that dog rolling upside down? Look at that insane dog. Okay? I did not drop her on her head. I really didn't. Okay? When she was a puppy. But you think she did. She's like, what? I'll show you something else. Just where these two guys are, look at the deep trench there. So that stuff comes off there. What are you doing? Anyways, and there's that 2x12 there. You see the 2x4 on top of it? I had to replace it. She is motivated. She's crazy. She is nuts. That's all there's to it. Yes, you're cute. I think she's a happy dog. Anyway, it actually went all the way through the 2x12. So I had to put that there. I never would have believed that. And I was shooting today, and those birds are just couldn't care less. I put the bird feeder there, just kind of a gag, see if they'd come to it. And they did. They're insane. Can you see the slit? Yeah, that's where I just want to, I know I keep going over this. My son says, hey, you keep saying the same thing over and over again, Dad. Well, it's because most people, they taught us in sales that people only absorb 25% of what you say to them. That's if they're paying attention. But you see, I mean, this is a 1.5 thick board. See where it's coming through? It's just, steel's fun, but just got to understand how it works. And, you know, 2x12s are not that expensive, let's face it. You run them around, and then in a year, By this fall, I'd like to buy some more 2x12s and just replace them. But the 2x12s are not a support of that setup. All they are is kind of a liner. So it won't. I can take the 2x12s down without messing with the targets at all. Just some couple screws and then replace them. This one, when I take down, though, I am going to modify it. I'm going to take Mr. Zoss out here and we're going to do some Zoss sawing. Because how that's built is I just put those 4x4s in the ground, and these 4x4s just sit on top, and there's one bolt in each one holding them. I want to bring that down about 6 inches, and then I'll bring those targets up a little bit. Because if you see, of course, as I raise those out there, now that I have a mound, it'll stop it. But I mean, you're only going over the top of that target by maybe an inch or two. Some of those, particularly that, you see that second one from the left, that little one? Well, when you're shooting at that, you're just barely missing this. That's why I come out here and jacked it up so it was on an angle, so if you hit it, it wouldn't make the bullet ricochet up. It would just go into the wood, tear up the wood, which that's better than having a ricochet. Look at all the junk. I have junk everywhere. I'm a junkie guy. All right, YouTube. That's it. Granddaughter comes back tomorrow, so probably won't hear from me for a while. Bye-bye.